morning, dear colleagues. First, let me thank the organizers for the initiative of having this online meeting this morning. I think it's an important initiative in a context that imposes on all of us several disruptive effects affecting our lives in general and our work in particular. And of course, having this moment, at least to share the aims of the sessions and of the overall conference, is of course important. And also for that reason, I apologize for the fact that I'm unable to be with you on live. But anyway, I think I can share with you some of the guidelines of this session on burial monuments and rock art that we've prepared with the professors Guillaume Robin from Edinburgh University and Chris Carr from Durham University. The focus of the session, as you all know already, is the relationship between these features related to burials. They might be megalithic monuments, cairns, and so on, and rock art sites. We know of the associations and we know of different contexts of associations. For example, sometimes we have them associated to ritual landscapes, as in the case, for example, in the region we are working on and where the seminar will take place. And nearby in Rego da Murta, in Eurasia, you have this type of association. You have megaliths with some art, and not far away you have also caves with rock art, and some relations can be established on that. But of course, this articulation might become more complex than that. For example, you have the big case of the Tagus Basin, where we have a lengthy discussion for over 40 years about what seems on one hand obvious, the relation between the presence of several megalithic monuments on those banks of the river Tagus and some of its tributaries, and the occurrence of rock art in the bottom of the valley, on the tributaries, occasionally also on rock shelters. But we don't have direct connections between the two. We have also cases, for example, of monuments that have been reused and incorporating, for example, rock art into secondary contexts. And then, of course, we can go deeper into the analysis of specific relationships between rock art, monuments, and different specific aspects. For example, vicinity, which is the case, by the way, of the Tagus we were discussing before, but also chronology. And we know that we have, particularly for rock art, severe problems in setting accurate and reliable chronologies, because often superimpositions are very rare. Also, it's very difficult to obtain direct dating. We have, of course, replaced sometimes this absence of direct artographic evidences with a more anthropological discussion on function. We have also used similarities of motifs, for example, which not only relate to rock art and megaliths, but also to portable art and ceramics, for example. We have discussed this and used lengthy landscape archaeology methods, assessing, for example, the visual impact. All of these, for example, are present in the debates around the Tagus Basin. So what we are looking for in this session is to bring together a reflection which will be contextualized, but not based on isolated single monuments, but looking for a wider regional context. So something that will allow to understand in larger spatial scales, but also in the longer time duration, some trends, eventually also regional networks that might operate, complementarities and interactions between or across communities. And finally, also look at the methodologies we may use their reliability, their complementarity, and how they have been used to assess and to try to move away from a mere archaeographic description of sites and monuments and contexts into a more prehistoric understanding of the human past occupations. So I think basically this is what I could tell you about the aims and the scope of the session. I look forward to get your contributions with my colleagues, and we will have, I'm sure, a very profitable discussion in this session as in the others. Thank you. Goodbye.